Well, I'm at Spa. When we were here last year, we drove the Porsche GT collection, but the GT3RS in the 992 form didn't exist. It had just been announced. We're here a year later, and it exists. I have to fasten this seatbelt to keep it from dinging at me, so now I'm wearing all the seatbelts.
Thanks to Ron Simons and all of our friends at RSR, we are back at one of our favorite places at Spa Francorchamps in Belgium. And we're having ourselves a track day, and Ron has graciously offered this car to us.
992 GT3RS. I currently have it in normal mode. I don't even have it in sport. I've got all of the buttons here to adjust everything you can imagine on the car, but this is my first, 100 yards in the car, so let's work our way up, shall we?
I wanted to come into this review not being intimidated by any of this. This feels completely different than the GT3. I mean, not by a little bit either. It's not like I'm kind of thinking I feel something.
Great cars, great roads, and all the reasons we love to drive.
Road trips, comparisons, test drives, and podcasts. This is Everyday Driver.
I'm going quickly and I'm not straining myself, and I'm definitely not straining the car. Oh, this already makes this easy. That is madness. Those brakes are unbelievable. I was braking way too early. Okay, all right. Again, I still have it in normal mode. I haven't even cranked it up yet.
Once I got heat into the brakes, I realized that's the magic. That's the secret.
Oh, the brakes are an utter cheat code. I've got so much braking power, I can laugh at everybody else in the braking zones.
You can dive so much farther into brakes. You can outbrake everybody. The only cars faster than I am on the track right now are the Cup cars. Now I am on Cup 2 tires. The Cup cars out here are running slicks, so we're still on Cup 2 tires, but that's all right.
Stay with the Cup car. That sounds like fun. I have no doubt that a better driver than me, like Ron Simons of Ron Simons Racing, would be beating on the Cup car. He would have nothing on this car with the right driver. Now I'm able to keep up, let him walk away slowly because this is not my car and I am not some amazing track driver.
It's all good. It's all good. This is not a race. There's no prize money.
Rear steer in this GT3RS, which makes it feel a lot smaller than it really is. In fact, it feels a little bit smaller than a Cayman. I was just in the Cayman, and this feels like a shorter wheelbase than the Cayman entirely because of that rear steering.
But it's so much better balanced with that rear wheel steering. It's such a better car, and I know this is thank you, Captain Obvious, Paul. Thank you, Mr. Profound. Yeah, it should be. But what's most amazing is the Aero. And I admit, I don't have a lot of experience with Aero in cars. But here, I'm learning to trust it because I can feel it. This has a drag reduction system, but I don't really need that for the straightaways. I want to feel that Aero in corners.
Twice the Aero of the last GT3RS. Creates almost 2,000 pounds of downforce at its highest speed, which is staggering.
904 pounds of downforce at 124 miles an hour, and almost 2,000 pounds of downforce at top speed. That is a lot. Now this car doesn't have that much more power than the GT3. 503, and then this has 517. 9,000 RPM shift.
And I'm laughing at the fact that I haven't even cranked up the mode yet. Let's go track mode. There we go.
Listen to that. Track mode, it shifts at 9,000 RPM in every gear. The noise in this car is absolutely spectacular.
This has a totally different radiator system than you get in other road-going 911s. I mean, it does have the double wishbone front suspension, which was something that was a big deal on the new 992, and we felt it when we drove the standard GT3. But this, instead of having multiple radiators, has the one big radiator that Porsche puts in their race cars. So one big radiator in the center means you lose the frunk. But in order to keep everything really cool and the intakes cool, they've got these fins on the roof.
Those actually direct hot air coming out of the heat exchangers in the front, the radiators, and it makes it so the engine isn't sucking in hot air.
And they've actually discovered they can gain as much as 15 horsepower by doing that aero. I mean, the level of aero here is shocking.
Only by testing would Porsche know that. I mean, this is the car that really makes you pull all of your track techniques, concentrate on your track techniques and everything that you've learned. I know I can dive deeper into that corner. I know I can.
I did not expect this car to be this approachable, honestly. I expected it to be much, much scarier than it is. Paul had mentioned that he was surprised by how approachable it is, and he is 100% right. It requires a level of trust, for sure, that the aero and the tires and the Porsche-ness of it, the Porsche thinking, will make it work.
You know, in a car like this, you forget about all the dynamics that make sports cars special and the ones that you think, well, the turn-in isn't as good. No, it's all there. It's all completely sorted. So what that means is all you do is work on your line. It makes me want to do different things with my own line. And I know what the right line is, but it's such a challenge to go after it.
I'm just hunting people down. And I wish I could express to you that I know I'm not using all of this car, and you can probably hear it. I'm not even full throttle at the moment. There's so much capability here.
What I like most about the GT3RS is instantly I can feel that yes, it's a faster car that will make you a faster driver. But there's still so much to be explored here, which fascinates me, that I didn't really feel on the GT3. I wanted more. I wanted to feel the 911 goodness that I felt was kind of missing. And it's here.
The GT3, the standard GT3, is a little bit mute. It's really easy to drive, but it doesn't feel very lively. This feels lively, and it's still easy to drive. There's much more raw personality here. And I know, I mean, there's a ton of settings I can change on the fly, but to be honest, I'm not even a good enough driver to understand exactly how to set them all up.
But what amazes me the most is Porsche's ability to change the dynamics between 911s. Hello, can I pass you? Can I pass you? I'll pass you. It's a KTM prototype. Thank you.
The mid-grade of this car's capability is destroying other people on track. I can't find the edges. I can't. I'm not capable. I'm not that good a driver. But, you know, the upper 75, like 75% of it is probably what I'm touching on this car, and it's not even fair. It's not.
Here's La Source. Take you on a lap here. Take you for a ride.
Down to Eau Rouge Radion, with the engine screaming and the car just rocketing forward. Well, now I'm starting to pick on people. It's kind of unfair, honestly. I'm gonna break 250 on Kimmel. Holy crap, that's fast. Yep. 250 on Kimmel straight. Actually, I could have done 255. I didn't have to brake that early. That's how good the brakes are. That is much faster than anything else is going to touch today.
Double gouge, swing all the way out, eyes up the track. That corner is magic. This track is magic in this car. I desperately want one, but mainly to figure out who I am. Work on my turns, work on my turns.
I'm supposed to go in now. I probably am supposed to be done, but I really just want to do another lap. The mid-grade of this car's capability is destroying other people on track.
better than the GT3. Yeah, it better be. This is Porsche's best manifestation of pulling new skills out of you. And that's what intrigues me the most about it. Like that. Like that a lot. Look at this. Driver selectable DRS. And you can change the bias front to rear for suspension. Yes.
Later, I might have to have Ron Simons drive me around in it so I can see the extra 25% I can't touch that I know he can. Wow. Thanks for letting us drive this and taking us out in it. It's awesome.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Killing it, Ron. I love it. I love it. Those brakes are so amazing. You don't like this car at all, do you, Ron?
But it's the first time I drive it here.
That was awesome, Ron. Thank you so much, man. That's so great.
So that's how you do it. That's funny. Thank you for that. That is spectacular. Love it. Yeah, I gotta have another lap in this. Thank you, Ron. Thank you, RSR. What a spectacular special car.
Porsche has a ridiculous amount of fun with the chemistry set that is their 911. And here again, they've worked magic.
I'm mesmerized, but not fearful. I'm confident and intrigued in my own abilities, my own skills, and what this can bring out of me. That's what a GT3RS should do. That's why you're paying the money, because it's more like a philosophical question about who you are.
I am not a 911 disciple. I'm really not. And this is incredible. I'm almost angry that Porsche could keep doing this to the 911. They could keep somehow finding another level of it. This is a track car though, make no mistake. This is an utter track weapon, and it is not a car to buy and just drive around. I think you'd be much happier in a GT3 Touring with no wing and a 6-speed manual.
Now I know you can't really buy one of these. It's kind of a bummer. But I aspire to this car in my life at some point. I want it, but I want it because I want to explore its limits, and I want to learn. I want this car to teach me what Aero feels like. But that's just it. I'm intrigued by how much confidence I have driving this and how it makes me want to pursue this, what we do.
The biggest surprise here is that I was almost instantly at home and able to start extracting stuff from it. Not extracting all of it, but I'd come out of a Cayman and this instantly felt very accessible and usable. I'm incredibly impressed by this car. I didn't expect it to be this straightforward. I expected it to be very, very daunting, and it was just fun. I mean, genuinely really fun.
I mean, this is a car that you can drive all day long and really figure out who are you as a driver and get better and play with things, and that's what I love about Porsche. That's what I love about them saying, okay, buy our products and you can go improve yourself. I like it. I approve. It gets my stamp of approval, right? What does that mean?
See that?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the tires are 5,000 kilometers old.
Okay, yeah.
And the car came like this, without camber at the front.
Okay.
So it's a very safe car,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's not effective.
Yeah.
So I put the shocks to real hard at the rear
Okay.
and rotate the car.
Got it, got it.
But still it pushes to understeer mid-corner. Wat zegt hij?
Race Control heeft gezegd conduit dangereux, donc dangerous driving in general, all around. This is what Race Control has told me.
Okay, so I'll do it better now than...
Alright, thanks.
Do you think I'm gonna risk these fenders?